Dude, we got non-alcoholic beer at my house.
Why?
Don't ask me. So I walk out and I'm like talking to my mom and I'm like, why the fuck do we have non-alcoholic beer here? Jack rolls up, takes one out of the fridge, pops it open. I'm like, why the fuck are you drinking that? He's like, because it's awesome. And I take a sip, tastes like shit.
Yeah.
Because it's beer and beer tastes like shit.
Well, I've heard it does taste worse than beer. Like it tastes.
Well, yeah. And I was like, why are you drinking? Like it has. He's like, dude, it has 0.5% alcohol. And I was like, okay.
0.5%.
Just eat some grapes and yeast at that point, and you'll get the same amount of buzz.
Which is like close to nothing if you're shaped like a baboon, like Jack.
Big red ass.
That's facts. Welcome to episode 40 of the CTTV
podcast. I'm your host.
We've made that joke at least
quite
10 times.
Ty is doing that thing from Catch Me If You Can where he takes off the labels.
Yeah, that's a cool movie.
Catch me if I... What?
Catch
you
Me
not
If You
seen
Can.
that?
Have you not seen that movie?
Tom Hanks.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Looking
I think
like
it's directed by Martin Scorsese too.
Probably. It's based on a true story.
Is that the mob
You would
one?
like it. No, it's about that's The Departed. The Departed can suck my nuts.
Yeah,
I like
everyone
The
dies in
Departed.
the end, spoiler.
I do?
Dude, why would you say that? I mean, it's literally true.
Yeah, no, no, I hate The Departed. It's not good.
It's good.
It literally is. It's literally
not
one of the best crime movies ever.
I hated it. I watched it and I was like, this is so bad.
You're literally
Your
lying.
taste is so weird sometimes.
You literally
I
have
was like-
a Funko Pop figure of Post Malone on your desk.
That I did not buy, for the record.
Oh.
But
But
still.
you kept it
Regard-
in the box.
But yeah,
Thou
no.
shall not be named the one who got it
Yes.
for you.
So, but The
Guy,
Departed,
that is so loud in the mic.
The Departed, I was like, okay, like, granted, it's not awful, right?
But yeah, because it's incredible.
Have you watched it?
Yeah, I've watched
When
it.
was
I've
the
watched
last
two.
time you watched it?
Literally like a month ago. I watched
Really?
it for class.
Really?
Yeah. I don't
think it's
understand.
incredible?
It's I think I rated it like 5 out of 5.
It's pretty good.
I would say it's like a 3 out of 5. I watched it and I was like, dude, this is just
It ain't
like,
no fucking Godfather, though. It ain't no fucking Godfather.
it just felt clunky.
It's not. You're just not used to good movies.
You're just not used to good movies, Nate.
That's like
Every
going-
Scorsese movie feels
What's your
like
favorite
that.
movie?
I don't know.
I bet it's Call Me By Your Name. Because he's gay
Moonlight?
and a
To
twink.
be honest, I haven't. Well, the
He's got a
annoying
thing
part.
for cute Italian boys.
Yeah, Ty, watch out. When we live together, dude, you better like
Shit.
sew that butthole.
Dude, you do kind of look like a short Army Hammer in a specific lighting.
I'm like literally a foot shorter than him.
I mean, I said a shorter. I mean, I guess you're both dirty
No, stop.
blonde.
I'm wearing a mask.
You're literally both dirty blonde, and that's it. But Ty does look like Timothée
It'd be
Chalamet.
like having 2 filters.
Dude, I hate his character in Lady Bird.
He's the worst.
He's the most obnoxious. But
But you've met people like that.
I've met
Yeah,
people
yeah.
like that, and every time he talked, I would just die laughing.
It's the funniest thing. That's where I got hella tight from. Where he's constantly just like, that's hella tight.
hella tight.
Yeah.
I love the part where he has sex with whatever that
Saoirse
Ronan.
Ronan?
I don't care.
Saoirse.
When he has sex with her and then he does 2 quick pumps and then busts and,
yeah.
and then he just reads or something.
No, he just goes like, oh, and stretches out his arms, and she's like, are you finished? And he's like, yeah, I'm done.
Wait, is that the Wolf of Wall Street?
No.
No, that
happens in
that's
Wolf of Wall Street, too.
Lady Bird. That reminded
Does that happen in Lady Bird?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that part.
Where she's like, you're really dexterous with that thing, as he puts on the condom, and he's just like, thanks.
He's like, oh, it's like that character is so hateable. But going back to your question about my favorite movie, in all honesty, I have not seen that many movies. Like I've seen probably like a less than average amount of movies.
Whenever I hear you talking about movies you're gonna watch, you're like, yeah, I watched like Hobbs and Shaw. Like, why?
Because
It's because I'm with Cody.
dumb.
It's like,
Dumb movies are really fun to watch. That's
That's
why.
true.
like,
I
and
love
don't get me
watching
wrong,
Jurassic
Hobbs and
World.
Shaw, it's like mildly, the fight scenes weren't that great, but it was like, they're mildly entertaining.
It's like every Marvel movie.
The thing is,
It's like funny bad. It's funny bad.
I guess, yeah. I don't know. For me, it's like mildly entertaining is like in that sort of sense is like a 2, like a 4, a 4 out of 10 for me.
Like, yeah, no, I'm
Which
not,
is
I'm
like,
not disagreeing
there's
with
so
you.
many
I'm not
movies.
disagreeing with you, but the thing is, when it comes to watching like good movies, I feel like it takes a certain amount of energy for me.
It
Which
doesn't
I know,
have
which
to,
I know, like you're just sitting there. But for me, I would want to like pay attention. I would want to like think about it.
That's the thing though, is like, I know so many good movies that they don't need like a certain like a person who's like, ooh, film is my hobby kind of
Yeah,
perspective
I
to
know.
feel it's good.
But going back to my
yeah.
favorite movie, right now my favorite movie would be The Pianist.
That's a
I've
good
never
movie.
seen it.
That's a really good movie.
Yeah, that movie is epic. I love that movie.
I really like that movie too. Actually,
It's really good.
it's really sad.
It's really sad, really good. The way he uses colors. I don't know the cinematographer, but that guy is a genius. It's just like, it's like Ty said, it's beautiful.
It's a beautiful movie.
I like that movie right now. But like for like other classic movies that are good, like I started watching what's that? The Good, the Bad, the Ugly? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I started watching that and then
It's
like
3 hours long.
I got caught up with something and then I didn't go back to finishing it.
Yeah, it's
It's a long movie.
a really long movie. It's also the last movie in the Dollars trilogy, although it's technically the prequel to the Dollars trilogy. So
I need to get into westerns.
westerns are so awesome. Once you get into westerns, like, and then you watch like Scorsese or Tarantino movies, then you're like, oh wait, I've like seen that, and I've seen that in the western, and the same with samurai movies.
My favorite western's Rango though.
Dude, Rango gets even better once you like watch a bunch of westerns.
And like understand what a western is.
yeah, westerns are cool.
Isn't Star Wars considered a space western?
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
My favorite movie was universally hated by critics and audiences when it
Nice.
first came out. But now it's like a
Cult classic.
It's like a cult classic.
what, Fear and Loathing?
Yeah, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. And critics that look at it now are like, the story's insane. It's really hard to follow, but the cinematography and effects in the movie are like kind of like really good.
Super unique.
Super unique, and like they aid to the disorienting factor of the movie.
I think that I watched that movie and the story for me, I just like, I didn't have like the mental capacity. I didn't care.
It's just about like two fucking deplorables going to Las Vegas and like
Yeah.
There were
Getting
parts I
doing
liked.
drugs.
The motorcycle race part, I liked that part.
There's a movie starring what's his name? Nick Cage, where it's kind of like on the same thing of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, where they just go to Vegas and they're like, literally, we're gonna do drugs until we die.
yeah, it's
But
like
this one with Nick Cage is incredibly depressing.
doesn't his like wife die, and then his plan is just to like go to Las Vegas to drink himself to death?
Literally drink himself to death, yeah. And the person who wrote it, it's based off of a book. The dude sold the rights and was like, all right, sweet. And then he killed himself.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's fucking.
It's pretty gnarly.
That's deep. I've heard Requiem.
Requiem?
Yeah,
Requiem for a Dream?
Yeah, is like the most depressing. Nothing good is about. There's nothing good about this movie. Like
Yeah.
it's just like the most depressing, horrible shit you've ever watched.
Yeah, it's the dude who directed that did Black Swan and Mother. And his movies are just known for like, how anxiety inducing can I make this movie?
Jeez,
Which is pretty awesome.
that sounds awful.
I do want to see Black Swan though.
Black Swan. I've been intrigued to watch that for a while.
What's
It's like
the
Whiplash for dancing.
the
Natalie
actress?
Portman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's in another one.
I
of my
don't
favorite
really
movies.
like her.
No.
She's like
She was in V for Vendetta, and that was a good performance.
That was one of your favorite movies for a long time.
Before I saw The Pianist, that was my favorite movie.
What about you, Israel?
What about you, Israel? You just watched
in this
You just
episode.
watched an anime movie.
My favorite movie? If you want to get specific, my favorite anime movie is Your Name, and my favorite movie is Jurassic Park.
The first one?
Yes.
Yeah, the second one's like okay. As that one guy from Wedding Crashers, Forget his fucking
Vince
name.
Vaughn?
Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn is so fucking awesome.
Vince Vaughn's in
Dude,
that
I
movie.
watched Wedding Crashers like the other day. That movie, it's like
It's actually like a pretty good comedy.
it's a pretty good comedy, and it's just so.
It is good.
There's so many quotes from that movie. It's so quotable.
Dang,
Yeah.
that CG Ghibli thing is out.
Yeah, I know. I haven't watched it.
Oh yeah,
I've heard it's not good.
it looks
I
really
watched
bad.
some of it because my mom was watching it. I didn't know it was Ghibli, but the whole time I was sitting there watching it, I was like, "This is fucking awful."
Yeah.
And
You know,
then
it's
when I left, like days later, someone's like, "Oh, here's the fucking." Actually, no, it was yesterday when I found out that it was the Ghibli movie. Because right before Demon Slayer played, they showed an ad for it, and I was like, "Are you serious?
yeah.
This is actually just proving my opinion correct."
It's not. It's made by Miyazaki's son, who's consistently made bad movies.
Weren't you excited for it?
I wasn't really excited. I was very cautiously optimistic. Very cautiously. And then I saw articles like, this movie is literally a disgrace to Ghibli. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll watch this later.
Just to see how bad it can be.
I've heard the movie literally it's like a lead up. Like it's only like an hour and 10 minutes long. Like it's already pretty short. And it leads up and then nothing happens. Like it ends at not even the climax.
Wow.
Just kind of ends.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, I was watching A Clockwork Orange yesterday. Or last
A
night.
Clockwork Orange,
Nice up top.
dude.
There is a cock in that. There are a lot of cocks in that movie.
Yeah, that was an interesting movie.
Really hard.
I haven't finished it yet, but like
Oh. How far into it have you gotten?
I got to the part where he goes to jail and he's in prison.
Oh, dude.
And he's like starting to study up on Jesus.
Do you know what happens about? Do
Who
you know
who
anything
was
about
that
the
guy?
movie?
Jesus.
Who was that guy?
Who is-
Some black guy, I think.
I was watching this TV show.
think he's
It's called like
Mr.
The Marvelous Miss Maisel or something. I don't know. My parents have been watching it.
Is
And
that like
since
a Ghibli movie?
no, it's a bunch of like it's like this. It's essentially a move or a TV show making fun of like New York Jews or something written by like Jews. So
Sick
basically,
and tired of anti-Semitism, man. I can't.
hey,
I just no. I
cool it
don't.
with the anti-Semitic remarks.
Dude, cool it with the anti-Semitic remarks. I can't. I don't want to hear it anymore.
Okay, at least
Don't
say your
even.
thing.
No.
No, it's not like any. It's not like anti-Semitism.
If I'm gonna
it's
get
Jews
offended
making
with what
fun
you
of
say,
Jews.
no. If you're about to offend me, I don't want to hear it.
It's not. The guy literally says, "Look at that! You're the king of the Jews." And you know what happened last time to the king of the Jews?
They killed him.
Yeah, they killed him. It was Jesus, which is
Dude, that's a sick reference
I know.
to the Bible.
The Romans killed Jesus.
Yeah, Ty, I don't think we should go to Rome, but if we do, we should.
Well, no, it
we should
wasn't.
piss on the Vatican.
Pilate was.
Oh,
Why?
we're gonna piss on the Vatican.
They
That is
killed
so
Jesus, dude.
sacrilegious.
What the fuck was up with that?
Not
They
the
did it.
Vatican.
No, they didn't.
They did it.
Dumbass.
Oh.
You're so dumb.
Pilate was like,
Cath-
"Yo, this
Catholicism
Jesus
didn't
dude."
even exist yet.
No,
Yeah,
it
we should
didn't.
still piss on it because they raped kids.
Catholicism.
true.
Start. Then you'd have to piss on like every religion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, we have to go to the Scientology
we're going
building
to-
in LA.
Oh, that I'm down
We're
with
going to
that.
Cava too. We're gonna piss on the cube.
Dude.
Going
I'll
We're
go
gonna-
for that.
I'm gonna like go on the edge on the
What's,
corner and rub my ass.
Isn't there like a super like that wall
stone-
in Jerusalem?
Let's go piss on the Great Wall of China.
Yeah.
Dude.
Okay, I'm down with that one
Yeah.
too.
Golden Shrine in Japan.
That's not religious though.
Yeah, it was. It's a Buddhist shrine.
No, I'm talking about
The Great Wall. I don't
Great
care.
Wall.
I just want to piss on something Chinese. They erased religion from their country.
Yeah.
I need
Piss on
something.
something
to piss.
Bro, do you guys know about so there was this artist who
No.
Yeah, I don't know any artists.
so her and her husband were artists in like the 70s or something, and one of them started on one end of the Great Wall of China and the other one started on the other end,
And then they got blisters when
and
they met.
they walked all the way to each other and said their final goodbyes to each other, and then they walked back and then they never saw each other again.
That's a really long
Why?
walk.
I don't know.
Also, I don't believe
it was like
because the Great Wall of China is disconnected in several places.
yeah, it's true. Yeah. But like
So
they walked
try.
they walked this like length, and then I guess like it's because they needed to break up, but they wanted to like
Be cool about it.
be cool about it,
was
and then
pretty
like
cool.
40 years
so they had to
later-
make it a big deal that we like write it in
Well,
history books.
and
Like,
then
what
like
the fuck?
40 years later there was this art exhibition that she was at where like people would sit in front of her and stare into her eyes, and like she wouldn't break character for like hours, and like I don't know, it was just like kind of like she's like a performance artist,
Yeah.
right?
Sounds lame and
But
pretentious.
the
All artists.
the boyfriend that she hasn't seen for 40 years goes to the exhibit and he sits in front of her and like she's gone through like hundreds of people and she hasn't breaking character, and then he sits in front of her and like you can tell like just by like the way her like eyes flare up, like she's like hit with this like wave, and then she like grabs his hands and then like it's super sweet.
Did they make out and have full penetrative
Yeah, and then
sex
they
in
just
front of
completely
everybody?
stripped down and had sex in front of everybody in the exhibition
And then the
hall.
curator was like, "Hey, don't touch that." Like
That's
'cause
art.
People were trying to like touch them, and like some guy was like trying to get in on it.
I think she would walk around like Paris naked and shit.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yoko Ono did an art exhibit at the MoMA in New York, where it was a conceptual art exhibit, where there was literally no exhibit. They just said there was one, and people were like, "What? There's nothing here." And Yoko Ono was like, "It's conceptual. It's all in the mind." And everybody was like, "That's so dumb." But honestly, I think it's pretty tight.
I think that's
a crazy
incredibly
bitch.
lame.
I think
That's
She's a
what
crazy
pisses me
bitch.
off about artists.
like Dane said, all artists are pretentious.
Yeah. I think it's hilarious. I think it's like
Kai, you
such a good
fuck.
prank.
High artists.
Saying that, dude.
Like the people that are like I would say rather than artists, some artists are, but like the main people who are pretentious are art critics.
I think it's artists with a feeling of superiority
Yeah.
are
Well, yeah.
ultra pretentious assholes. Like Ty and I's art teacher, he's like, illustration is an art, and I was like, bro, I literally
That's what you
just
want
want
to
to
do.
illustrate.
I kind of liked him actually.
He's kind of an asshole.
He was an asshole, but he like critiqued me and like was like, "You're improving" and shit. And I'm like,
Basically, he stroked Ty's ego really well.
Yeah.
And Ty almost came a few times from it.
Except he didn't fucking like day 2. He fucking bullied Ty for this bullshit reason.
yeah, I didn't like him, but he grew on me. There was this one guy in our class. He had really long hair. I think I've told you about him because we saw him at the donut place when that lady gave us all the donuts.
Oh, yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
he was like, because our teacher was like, you have to do it like this. Like, we're trying to learn like concepts and styles and like shit, you know?
Yeah.
And this guy had a fucking breakdown and like was just like scribbling all over his art and was like, "Fuck you, Mr. Phipps," and like, and then he didn't show up the next day to class.
Yeah, you said that was like one of the first days of class.
Yeah,
too,
it was
right?
like the second or third day. He was like, "I just want to make whatever I want," and then
Then go do that. Drop out of college.
That guy was just
What's up, Carter?
he didn't want to do it.
I mean, Carter's doing that whole not going to college thing pretty well, honestly.
Yeah, he's doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I
I have to pee so
I
bad.
think that, like, back to what you were saying about, like, rules and
Man, what
structures.
a loser. Has to pee.
Like,
This is like one of my favorite things.
in order to break the rules, you have to know them first.
Exactly.
Dane
Right.
agrees. I don't know if you guys heard that, but Dane agreed with me. I said something right. Felt good.
I literally was not listening to you
Okay,
at all.
guys. When Dane comes back, I'm gonna go like this, and then that's when we all go silent and make Dane talk again.
All right, you heard it here first, guys. So when Dane starts acting really awkward, you'll get the joke.
Yeah, we're gonna troll Dane really hard. How'd you guys like that I didn't talk for the first?
Yeah,
Wow.
that was
this
insane.
podcast?
You know what I was thinking about the other day?
Hmm.
I was thinking about if Israel was like in charge, like if he was in charge of the government and he had like supreme power, I would be terrified to live in this country. You're like,
Okay.
and then I thought about like what would be the first thing that he does? Like what would be the first thing that you do?
The first thing I do is conscript homeless people so they have a job.
Damn, that's actually a pretty good one. But like
What would they do?
what if they don't want to?
Then they should get a job.
Yeah, but what if they don't want to? What if they're like, no, I'm gonna live on the streets?
Well, if you're saying I'm some sort of supreme authority where I can decide,
Yeah, you can literally do whatever you want. But that doesn't mean you don't have a conscience or morals.
I just think it's the best for everyone to stimulate the economy as much as possible, which is why I think we should conscript people who don't have jobs.
Yeah, but what if they don't want to work?
This isn't some. Then they can apply for welfare like everyone else.
So welfare exists under you.
I mean, every country has welfare.
I thought we were on art.
He's asking how I would fix poverty or something.
No, I had a.
Tell poor people to get a house.
Yeah.
Okay. So in high school, in our politics class, we were tasked at one point to discuss a solution to homelessness, right? And I brought up the conscription thing because, that is a job, and the military is always willing to take people in as long as they're not crazy. Which, obviously you can make an exception for crazy people and put them somewhere where they're safe. No big deal, right? So I talked about the conscription thing, but this guy, who I'm pretty sure you all know, is like, we should just build houses for homeless people for free. And I was like, I'm going to have a fucking conniption right now.
Well, that's like part of the whole socialist movement is like housing is a human right.
I'm cool with affordable housing, but free housing I feel is too expensive.
Is
a lot
it
of
though?
money. I watched a video on Skid Row yesterday. And I was like, dang.
I mean, like, you don't have to make it great.
Yeah,
It doesn't have to be, like, a great... It's just, like, walls. Because, like, that's the thing is in a survival situation, you won't die first because of dehydration or lack of food. You'll die because of lack of shelter. That's the first way you die is lack of shelter.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, is it a human right?
I'm all for
it's a human
a solution of, like, affordable housing that could even be, given to homeless people. No problem. But I think if we're going to do something like that, that's going to raise tax,
That's great.
on our income,
Don't do that.
then we should get rid of other programs that are already fucking over our taxes.
What's wrong with you?
Like, not every science thing that we pay, like, we pay our taxes and some of that goes to science. Some of that shit makes sense. Like, all the NASA taxes, I'm cool with that. But with the weird bullshit that, like, some people do are just like, yeah, so we used your $1 million in taxes to put 100 lions on treadmills and see what happened. And it's like, well, why? Like, I think we should cut the bullshit, cut some taxes on the military, because even if we cut a lot of taxes on the military, we would still be the most funded military on the planet.
Oh, yeah.
Then I'd be cool with it. Or another solution is to eliminate one tax. You either have income tax or you have tax on everything you buy. Just pick one. Because at this point, you have taxes on like everything you own, everything you buy, and all the money you make.
There's also a tax just to be an American citizen.
Really?
Yeah. Like, if you live overseas, you have to pay the American government.
Man.
Yeah. I was pretty bummed to find find out about
That's
that.
actually cringe as fuck. It's like fuck, dude.
Yeah, it's really stupid.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, so taxes would be my main thing.
How much do we spend? How much, like, of our taxes go towards military spending?
I think most of it.
Most of it. Actually, no, social services is actually the most. If combining, like, everything.
Every social
Can we look
service.
up how much goes to the military? Because I really want to know, like, a general number.
Couple trillion.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have the number 500 billion, and I don't know why I,
I think
have
it's
that.
516.
It's way more than that.
Where do my taxes go?
I don't know what else to look up. But look, it came up.
It's true.
Yeah, Social Security and healthcare.
Wow.
Defense is 20%.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, I feel like...
That doesn't say how many dollars though. I want to know how like how many.
Yeah, I feel like, honestly, a lot of... We could take out a lot from defense and put it towards veterans.
Yeah. Or more towards... Well, that's the whole, like, defund the police thing is like, yeah, defund the police, but then put it towards, like, social services. Because the police and social services are conjoined in a lot of aspects.
I think that what should happen in terms of police reform, personally, is a greater emphasis on mental health and maybe having social workers...
Yeah.
It'd also
Like,
be cool if like
show up.
40% of our police didn't get in trouble for domestic abuse. That would be sick.
That would be pretty
Yeah.
cool, too.
I think the whole police issue is a really complicated issue because
Because it's multifaceted.
it's multifaceted. Also, like
And you need police.
to go into you don't
Yeah, you do.
it's different because
Well, even like the
police structure, you need a different police structure. Like, of course, you need somebody to, you know,
You need someone to
to
enforce
uphold the laws, but the way that we do it, it's like police have like a monopoly on violence. It's like we're the only ones that are allowed to do violence to you, and if you ever do violence to us, you're gonna get in a lot of trouble for it. There's no accountability.
the power trip.
Like there's no
thing.
Which
like.
is why we should weaken the government and strengthen the people.
Woo!
Are you a fucking fucking anarchist, bro?
And that's just
No.
liberalism, like actual like
Neoliberal. Well, neoliberalism.
liberalism in the sense where it's like, or no, that's not
I just think
authoritarian.
the people who want to fuck us over the most are the government, and the police protect the government.
It's like what it's like what
That's more libertarian.
what's the psychopathic dude from Always Sunny?
Dennis.
Dennis is like, I'm not going to vote for the right because they're going to blast me in the ass, and I'm not going to vote for the left because they're going to blast me in the ass. It's all just one big ass blast.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's like it doesn't matter. It does, but at the same time, it doesn't.
Yeah, the status quo right now is neoliberalism, which is technically conservative ideology.
Overall, technically, in like the grand scheme.
Like if you were to look at it on that like scale, neoliberalism would be on the right, and like our politics is very conservative, and that's why like
I don't know if it'd be on the right,
it is on the right.
but skewed, but like within the eyes through the relative eyes of the American government system. Yeah, I don't know.
Liberalism in the modern era is not a leftist ideology anymore. Like it's very outdated. The new leftist ideology would be progressivism, which is like that's like the split in the Democratic Party right now in America. Is you have progressives and you have neoliberals.
I think you're getting mixed up between liberal and conservative, and the difference between, or not liberal conservative. It's progressive versus conservative, and liberal versus authoritarian.
What do you mean?
That's the two axes. Authoritarian is like stronger government, more federalism type of stuff, or communism on the left. And then down, you have libertarianism and liberalism, where libertarianism, is more conservative beliefs but less authoritarian. And then on the left, you have more like democratic. Like
that would be like old liberalism. Like that would be traditional liberalism, but neoliberalism is like emphasis on capitalism, emphasis on military presence around the world. That's like, think about our politics right now in America. That's the status quo. It's like even conservatives, like they're like,
I feel like liberals are kind of straying away from like the capitalist idea.
Exactly. That's progressivism. That's progressivism in the party. That's people like AOC. Like she would be considered a progressive. Bernie Sanders would be considered a progressive. Joe Biden, on the other hand, would be considered more of like a neoliberal. Like he's holding on to traditional values of America, but he's also like, he's not conservative. The conservatives are like, we need to keep everything how it is right now. But there's still an emphasis on like, we need capitalism, we need a military presence all over the world.
Moderate, more towards the center.
Yeah.
Because the president has to appease both sides. You can't really have an extremist president.
We had an extremist president, bro.
Okay.
Trump.
Yeah. Well, the thing is he's not. Look, I'm not a fan of Trump, but he wasn't like insanely extreme in the like scheme of like politics.
I don't think
He was pretty
He did
Wasn't
shift a ton of
extreme,
stuff.
It's just loud.
Yeah, exactly. He was like all bark, no bite. He really didn't do too much.
a lot.
I mean, he did, like, don't get me wrong, any president will do quite a bit.
I mean, the president is
Compare him
considered to be the
freaking
most.
Ronald Reagan, dude.
Ronald Reagan did a lot. I mean, war on drugs, like
Yeah,
that
he
shifted.
started that,
Yeah.
essentially.
Well, his wife kind of.
Well, like, would you consider FDR to be a radical president? Because he started the whole New Deal and
Yeah.
brought.
Well,
this-
it's not super radical though, because that stemmed from the populist movement, where the populists were truly radical, but then they kind of like watered that down, and then it was FDR as a Democratic president.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Also, anytime like radicalism has been tried in America, it gets its shit whooped.
Yeah, because then, well, like usually some person pops out at the top and it's like, I'm the leader, and I'm also crazy. It
Yes.
happens like nearly every single time with
Like,
any extremist
In
party.
the 1920s, when like communism and shit was rising, you're like, okay, this is the first Red Scare. no immigrants allowed because y'all are socialists. Stop. And then like, fuck, I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, right. And then like, when those parties that were seen as extremist tried to like get the common person support, they would usually like shoot for minorities. Like the Communist Party in America was like, we're the champion of black rights, and then it was just like, it just gets completely unraveled because the other parties are like, actually, you're not the champion of black rights. You're just trying to use black people to get in power.
Honestly, we should all just become primitivists.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, we're just like hunt for our
Sticks and
food,
stones.
fucking farm some melons.
That sounds incredibly annoying.
There's not
Dude,
really
it'd
any
be like
rules.
Minecraft IRL.
Yeah,
We just
you
like
wouldn't be down for that?
we just revert back to like a Minecraft way of living.
No.
Like an what is that game?
People actually
Stardew
believe,
Valley type beat.
dude. People actually fucking believe that though. They're like, we
Y'all
should.
want to be
Well, yeah.
accelerationists with me?
Have you ever?
Oh, accelerationists are scary though. There's I forget. There's a branch of accelerativists where it's like, okay, technology is the future. Let's build the super AI so it will literally kill all of humanity and become the super god. That's a political ideology.
That's pretty baller.
I think
I'd love to be part of a
We need
hive
to
mind.
go back to true conservatism, and start killing the people in power and replacing them with the person who killed them.
Oh hell yeah!
I'm done with that.
That's kind of like in the book Dune, which I just finished reading because I'm super
Like-
happy.
Oh, you don't need it.
It, like the people, like the real person with all the power takes the power.
Dude, that means John Wilkes Booth would have been.
That means John Wick would be.
The John Wick would be
John Wick
president.
Fortnite skin.
Dude. Yeah, not even John Wick, just the Fortnite skin.
He's just doing like the stupid Fortnite dance.
I forget what like ideology it is. I know that it's like if you were to go economically right or like politically right, it would be the one that was like just like off the fucking chart. It'd be like off of nowhere land, but it's basically an authority that knows every single second of your life. And it's like something that is so like
The basilisk.
it's kind of like the basilisk, where it's like this authority knows every single thing about your life and controls every single aspect of your life, and you have no control. It just knows everything that's going to happen to you, and it picks everything that's going.
Sounds
to
like
happen
God.
It sounds vaguely similar to China.
To you. No, China's what is they call it? I don't remember what they're.
Totalitarian.
No, they have a really specific one. It's basically
It's the People's Party.
It's basically when the government and capitalism are so intertwined that they are one entity at that point.
mercantilist.
I think that is what it is.
No, mercantilism was before capitalism, and it was the government like sets like the value of everything. So there is no like, demand and supply, or supply and demand. It's the government says bread is $20 now, and then bread's $20.
Oh, okay.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Interesting.
But yeah, it's where like the politics of a country and capitalism are one entity.
Yeah, I know what you're talking. I know what that is. But I don't know the name either. Sadly.
Evil is what it's called.
Woo. China.
I don't know. They're doing pretty fucking good for themselves.
Yeah, so was Nazi Germany.
What are you talking about?
Hitler pulled Germany out of the like greatest depression in history next to Zimbabwe.
No,
What?
Hungary was in an even greater depression.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty baller.
Rip.
Have you
Wasn't
guys seen the
Hungary's
Zimbabwe
suicide
dollar?
rate
Yeah, but that country didn't
higher?
take over all of Europe.
Yeah, no, hold
Yes,
on.
they did. Like just before that, they did. Austria-Hungary took over. Like
Not
Yeah.
the whole. They didn't take over.
they were the biggest
France
country in
and
Europe, except for Russia.
Yeah.
They didn't invade Russia.
They were literally critiqued for invading too many minorities.
Germany did more though.
Okay, that's because all of the territory that was owned by Austria was independent now.
Wasn't didn't Hungary? I believe Hungary had a higher suicide rate than East Germany during like the Cold War. At some point,
Yeah, they hated it. They like
Yeah, didn't
just like
they
everyone
revolt?
else.
Didn't they
Like 3 times.
Yeah, they revolted a bunch.
That's a lot of revolts.
Yeah, and they got squashed. Every time.
They even revolted to have their own communist leader who wasn't a puppet of Russia, and Russia still came in and was like, no. Even if you're communist, no.
Jesus.
The Iron Curtain was crazy.
Hungary tried to go communist before the Iron Curtain.
Really?
That? Yeah.
I did not.
Dude, Nate and I are gonna hitchhike around fucking Europe, dude.
Dude, that's crazy.
Damn,
maybe
which
not-
country should we start in?
Maybe not.
Switzerland.
You look up a random culture,
No,
right?
go to Portugal first, and then just like go
Portugal's
from
one of the
left to
cheapest.
right.
I think Portugal is the cheapest place to travel in Europe.
What about
They,
East
they
Europe?
like subsidize it.
'Cause it's so small too.
Like even cheaper than Eastern Europe.
Even like those places that suck.
Yeah, even cheaper than those. Like Portugal is in a serious economic downturn. Like they're on like the same level as like Greece.
Really?
Yeah, no, Portugal's
Oh,
doing
yeah.
really bad.
Spain isn't doing great either.
No, Spain is not doing much better.
They have like a 12 or 13% unemployment rate right now.
They were fascist like 40 years ago. Isn't that
Oh yeah,
crazy?
it is crazy. I watched a movie. Pan's Labyrinth is about the fascist.
Ew,
movement.
that's a great
That's
movie.
It's a good movie.
Apparently, a lot of them still think they should be fascist.
Yeah,
That's fucking awesome.
the Spanish are weird, dude. Mediterranean culture like that, or just more like the Renaissance sort of cultures or romantic cultures, I guess, is the better. Yeah, they're so like caught up in like the old ways. It's really weird. It's really hard to describe.
Yeah, they kill each other and then take power from killing each other.
But my brother lived in Portugal for 2 years, and I watched some Anthony Bourdain episodes on Portugal just to kind of learn more, and Spain as well. And I was just like, all they do is complain about their country, but then if you like ask them what they like, they won't stop talking. Like it's just a constant battle of like, I hate living here. Everything sucks. I hate everyone, but I'll never move, and I will die for this country. I will land like. It's like they're just in a constant inner conflict of like, this place is terrible, but it's also like me. It defines me.
I think it's really funny that all these giant colonial powers that were like on top of the world only like 150 years ago are now like crumbling at the seams. You know what I mean? Like Portugal is like having one of the worst economic crises.
Yeah.
Spain is fucking lost all its colonies and then was like, oh, okay, we're gonna have a civil war now and fucking lose our goddamn minds.
They just don't adapt with the times. That's like the greatest thing.
And then Britain too. Britain is fucked. Like
Maybe.
Well, Britain got fucked because they spent all of their resources holding together their empire.
Yeah, their entire
while
empire
fighting
of,
World
like-
War II.
Yeah.
And they still had a bunch of it after World War II, but then Stalin was like, you guys are Nazis if you hold on to territory like that.
Yeah.
And
Dude.
so countries were like, that is kind of Nazi.
Oh, I learned that Macau was a Portuguese
Yes.
Yeah.
province. I didn't know that.
Portuguese is still on their signs there.
Yeah, like there's still like a really high Portuguese Macau population, and like Portuguese food is embedded. Like it's a smash of like
That's so
Southern
weird.
Chinese
That's awesome,
and
though.
and
Dude.
Portuguese cuisine.
A couple days ago, there's going to be a referendum for Scotland to leave the Great Britain.
I don't think it's going to pass. They've
It
tried
might,
it a few
dude.
times.
Well,
The
dude,
Scots are pretty
Did you know
wild.
Scotland created the United Kingdom? And then England was like, okay, and then just took power.
I did not know that.
no, the,
That's why the English suck.
but like, I don't know. Scotland, they didn't have their own parliament for like a long time, and then they voted to get their own parliament. That was only like 20, 30 years ago, and now they're voting just to be like, fuck you guys, we're gonna join the EU.
Yeah. The thing is with Scotland, there's nothing in Scotland. You have Edinburgh and Glasgow, and that is it.
And Glasgow sucks.
Yeah.
Isn't it very? I have like an idea of what Switzerland.
It rains all the
Scotland look
time.
like.
It's cold and it's super hilly and mountainous.
Yeah.
Is it like? Is it one of those places where it's like oddly beautiful?
Yeah.
It's super beautiful.
I mean, most of the UK is like, wow, this is really pretty, but everything looks the same.
There's also a referendum to bring Northern Ireland back into Ireland and make it its own.
Yeah, Northern Ireland sucks.
Fuck.
Damn, dude.
And then Wales would probably stay with UK or with England.
Poor Wales.
They're too small.
They're just like, we had Roald Dahl. He's from here. Christian Bale, I think, is Welsh.
That's cool.
Hell yeah.
I'm sure Wales and the United Kingdom were like they had like a marriage, so they were just like, okay, we're gonna
Same
be
with Scotland too.
Yeah.
No, they killed each other,
No, I'm pretty
and
sure.
then they took over.
I'm pretty sure like what happened was like a princess married a Scottish prince, and
Yeah, that was Queen Elizabeth and
oh yeah,
King
Queen
Philip.
Elizabeth the First, and then no, this was a while ago.
Oh, like even
it
older
was
than that?
Queen Elizabeth the First, and then a Scottish guy got married, and then something happened where he became king.
Isn't King Philip the Duke of Edinburgh or something like that?
I don't know. He's dead.
Dude, I literally don't care. He looks like a nutsack.
I just
He
know
does.
that like
He did.
He looked like a nutsack.
Yeah.
the Welsh, if they're not happy being part of the United Kingdom, are at least not as loud about it as the Scottish are.
I love Scottish culture. I think it's fun.
Honestly, UK culture is actually really interesting because,
Okay,
Gaelic culture
Yeah,
is really
Gaelic.
cool.
What's that part of France that's like Gaelic and like
It's not. That's a Basque country. It's extremely specific.
No, Basque is in Spain, northern Spain.
It's in the armpit of Spain.
There's a
France.
you know how France how it has like that little arm that
Are you
juts
talking
out?
about Britannia?
Yeah, Britannia. Yeah,
Are they Gaelic?
yeah, they're technically a Gaelic culture.
That's really cool.
They were owned by
didn't know
Britain a
that.
long time ago.
Yeah,
You couldn't tell.
well, that's why they are the way they are.
Yeah.
And then they were the Romans too. I
Basque?
saw a Roman wall when I was in.
Oh, that's fucking
London.
awesome. Actually.
I was like, dang, that's
dude, the Scottish people have never been conquered.
nuts.
Wait, who's never been conquered?
The Scots, they've never been conquered. The way that they
The
joined,
English?
because they got married. They married into
I know,
it.
but they fought like a fuck ton.
Oh, yeah, they
and
fought a
took
fuck ton.
territory.
They didn't take the whole territory.
They were never completely conquered.
Yeah, they were never completely like conquered by an entity. Like the Romans were like, "Oh, fuck this. We're building a wall so you guys can't get over here."
Fuck you
You
guys.
guys are fucking crazy.
The Scots are. Wasn't it like the Romans rolled up the first time to go conquer Scotland, and then they just saw like the Scot? No, I think it was.
That was when they first got to Britannia.
Yeah, and then they
just-
just saw a bunch of naked people covered in paint jumping off cliffs, committing suicide in some ritual, and they were like, "Right, I'm out. I'm not dealing with that one."
My favorite part of Roman history is like whoever the fuck was trying to invade this island. And so they're like, you guys can't fucking come and get us. We're on our island. And so whatever Roman general's like, okay, give me a minute. And then they started building this giant fucking bridge out to the island. And then they killed everyone there.
Nice.
Wow.
Carthage.
Yeah. History's crazy.
Yep. History is very fun to
I like
learn
history.
about.
Yeah, I like history a lot. I think like 1700s is pretty boring though. Where it's supposed to be like, oh, it's like the Industrial Revolution and blah blah blah
That's my
blah.
favorite part.
Ugh, that part's so
think that's-
boring
I
for
think
me.
that's literally why I took a history class post Civil War because I'm like everything before that I'm okay.
I like the lead up and post.
I really like the beginning of societies, like
Yeah,
Assyria and
it's like
Babylon.
starting a Minecraft world. It's the best part.
So interesting.
Shut the fuck up.
Dude, people don't realize how old China is, and like
China's crazy how
like,
old it is.
it's insanely fucking old. So is India. India's crazy.
Well, you look at like like the bases of like different races, where the Chinese is like the start of the East Asian race. You have to be in the same place for a long time to develop your own race. And then India is its own subcontinent, so they have their own race.
Dude, they're so
Same
old.
as,
Like
the
Assyria would be like, because the ancient Assyria, that's when they started moving up to Europe, and then that's how people got to Europe.
Yeah.
But like the Chinese also sprung up at like the same place, like same time, you know.
Yeah.
So they've been around since like the first civilizations.
Isn't it crazy how Chinese monkeys and Middle Eastern monkeys evolved at the same time into humans?
No, it wasn't.
I think it's crazy how different people look.
Yeah.
Like if you take someone like
It's crazy what the sun does.
Yeah.
well,
They do be crazy with the sun,
literally
too.
though. It's like
It's also like environmental reasons.
yeah, it's just
as well.
crazy
Yeah.
like how different people can look. Like you take someone from like Senegal, their like average height is 6'5", and then you take someone from China, their average height is like 5'4", and it's like they're both humans.
Yeah,
They look
it's just-
completely different.
It's just what whatever like that area needed.
This might sound racist,
Okay.
Okay. I'm always here for one of those.
Yeah.
but I'm confused on what the difference is between a race and a species.
Well, it's race
Because-
is technically it's like dog. This is gonna get weird. Like dog breeds can interbreed with each other
Right.
because they're subspecies.
Okay.
But
So,
it's- it
is a
basic-
race a subspecies?
You would
Technically
then
not.
what would be the course? What would you would have to define like where the core was on? Like where did
Like, what
Where
is
did-
different?
Yeah.
yeah like where did all these separate from? And
Where it's
why
just-
are they sub?
It's like you can like mate together and still have like fertile offspring. Like if a donkey and a horse mate, they create a mule, but that mule cannot have like mule children. It's like
Right.
infertile or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but like if like a different breeds of like cats or dogs or humans of different races, they can have like, interracial. So there's some connection in the DNA that makes those children like
So, do all animals have other things they can breed with that will be fertile, or is that just
Yeah, like tigers and lions can.
no,
aren't-
ligers
those
are
aren't fertile.
infertile. Yeah.
Oh, they're infertile too.
so?
Mm-hmm.
Is there like, sharks that can interbreed with other sharks just fine?
Potentially if they're connected enough. Well,
wise.
yeah, I guess like I potentially if humans had been separated for like a few 100,000 years longer, they would have been completely different race. Well,
there
actually,
were other.
We were separated for
there were-
insanely long.
yeah, no,
because there
the
was Homo
the
sapiens,
Neanderthals were able to.
Denisovans were technically another subspecies.
Yeah, a lot of people in the Nordic countries potentially have like a tiny minuscule amount of Neanderthals, so they could
Yeah, that's why they're so
interbreed. as well.
Neanderthals and humans developed like
Yeah.
side by side.
Yeah.
They were technically, if you wanted to be like, this is a subspecies of Homo, it
Yeah.
would be that.
Homo.
Because we're all technically Homo sapiens. So we're all the same species.
Nobody else left.
We're all the same species.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. I don't study genetics. I took marine bio.
Geneticist.
Genetics is super cool.
It is super cool. That's what my brother's studying, but for
Plants.
But in
yeah,
Portuguese.
plants. Not in Portuguese.
Portuguese eugenics.
Specifically the Portuguese. Like,
yeah,
I'm
you're
trying
from-
to study why they're so mad all the time.
Why are they so fucking hot? I don't get it. Why are these women so fucking beautiful?
Let's go to Istanbul.
This time?
Okay, but if we do hitchhike across Europe, where are we starting legitimately?
Portugal. You start in Portugal and you go right.
But I would prefer to go up.
Yeah, what
You
about-
can still go up. You go through Spain, through
Yeah,
France,
but like
up and through the
we want to start in Italy though.
Netherlands and Belgium.
No. Don't start in Italy. Start in fuck, what's it called?
Italy's big.
Cyprus.
Oh, on the island?
Yes.
Off of
Sicily?
Italy?
No, not Sicily.
Cyprus.
It's an independent country.
Yeah.
And it's just
Oh, Cyprus? How the fuck are we gonna get off of Cyprus?
A
a
boat.
boat or fly.
I don't want to spend money on that.
No,
shit.
domestic travel in the EU is ridiculously cheap.
I don't know if Cyprus is in the EU.
It is.
I think that
might.
personally, I think starting in northern Italy or Rome and then working our way up to Amsterdam for a nice bookend.
Prostitute.
Not bookend. Yeah, a good prostitute
In the red light district.
in the red light district. Get my asshole ate. You know, just all that must and hair and sweat.
Yeah, you're gonna be so
just
gross.
months of traveling.
You're gonna get to the point where you're gonna be like, I have to shed weight. I gotta cut holes in my shoes.
No, we're not backpacking.
Oh, you're not back?
No, we're hitchhiking.
Oh, hitchhiking. Is that even legal?
You're gonna get stabbed.
I think it is legal in Europe.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
just like nobody really does it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like it's so
Let's
much
get-
safer to hitchhike in Europe than it is America, dude.
Let's go.
I mean, there's a lot more stuff in Europe. I mean, if you try hitchhiking, like there's a reason David Cho took a train to Las Vegas because it's like hitchhiking from LA to Vegas. Like that's a
You're gonna get
5-hour
stabbed.
drive, and there's nothing
Yeah.
between there,
and you're gonna get stabbed.
and he gets stabbed or raped because David Cho was almost raped.
We
too.
should get a little electric fucking lame ass mopeds and just scoot from Italy to
You'll get a
Belgium.
little of electric.
We should take a hot air balloon.
for all you people calling me white for being white passing, I'm actually 75% French and 25% Belgian, okay?
Israel, I haven't heard your opinions on this, but now that the Japan trip is definitely not gonna happen. I haven't heard your opinions about it.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna go by myself later.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna go in the winter with this dude that I know. Maybe. Wow, that headphone feedback is very unique. That
Sounds
time.
like an Atari game.
I know. That was weird.
It's probably a ghost.
Cool.
So are we officially canceling the Japan trip?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're probably gonna do that after the podcast.
Domestic travel isn't even going to start up again. Domestic travel in Japan isn't even going to start up again until late June.
Damn.
Yeah. So not the best.
Can we get our money back?
Yes.
Or are we gonna be able to get our?
Well, I know we
airline
can get our housing money back. Can we get
Yeah.
our plane ticket money?
Yes. Like it's actually, I'm pretty sure like there was a whole lawsuit about it and airlines literally have to give you your money back. And it's easier to do it if you buy it directly through the airline, which we specifically did in case we need to get our money back.
Beast.
Yes.
because that was like $700,
It was $750.
which is
or
cheap.
48.
which is cheaper than normal, but still a lot of money.
Now it's only $660 for flights. If you want to go right now, you can. But you literally can't. You literally can't.
You can't. You would show up.
You'd show up and
hang
they'd
out
be
at the
like,
airport.
"Where's your visa?"
What's that?
Like my credit card?
It's actually a debit card, Dane. Shut up.
I've seen Visa credit.
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah, well, I only have a Visa debit, so
I have a Visa credit.
Well, mine's a
Dude,
debit.
he has a credit card.
Yeah, I have a credit card.
I have a credit card. My credit score is 750.
I don't know what my credit score is. I've never done a soft pull on it. So, but I know the terms.
Yeah, don't at Dane when he's talking about his goddamn shit.
Yeah, I just bought some shoes with my credit card. No big deal.
So
Whatever.
the Demon Slayer movie was pretty good.
Okay.
I cried 3 times.
I can't wait.
Even
for
though
that
I knew
movie
what was
to
going to
see.
happen. So, like, what the fuck? Voice
Oh.
actors, good job.
The Oscars happened and I
Oh,
missed
right.
it.
Less than 10 million.
How many Oscars did Leonardo DiCaprio win?
Leonardo DiCaprio wasn't in a movie last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
He
no, he
wasn't
takes
even
several
in
years.
Inception 2?
No, like between I think it was literally like The Revenant and then his next movie that he starred in was Once Upon a Time in
Are
Hollywood.
you serious?
Yeah, he
That was like a
produced
4 or 5 year hiatus.
I think it was like 3 years.
Well, when you're
But
fucking
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo
Yeah.
DiCaprio, who
He
cares?
produced a bunch of movies between
He's like,
that
dude, I gotta
Oh,
go
really?
freaking save these polar bears.
Yeah, actually, like I think that was one of his movies. Was he produced a climate change documentary or something?
That's what I needed. Shit, sorry.
If
I had to refund the Airbnb, so I have to check if the money.
if
finally got
Leonardo
back to me.
DiCaprio was gay, how many balls do you think he could bust in a night?
Why specifically if he was gay?
Because he's busting balls, like his ass.
Oh,
I don't know.
Oh shit! I think it came.
how
Whoa,
much money is
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Wait,
came.
what the hell? Oh, here we go. Yep. Okay, I got it.
Okay,
Got the
cool,
money.
sweet.
I don't know how much I owe each of you though.
We just split it up by 5, and then we give some Gage.
Who's Gage? I'm joking. Gage, we love you so much. If you're listening to this, we actually love
I'm
you.
literally in love with Gage, and I want to marry him.
For tax
Yeah.
for tax reasons or for love?
Both.
Nice.
Gage,
Dude,
do you
that's
want to get
beautiful.
married and then adopt a kid so we get tax write-offs?
So smart, Ty.
I know.
Dude, you're wicked smart.
know.
But then you just give that. You
There's
give that.
there's literally a movie about that.
What's the movie called?
I don't know. It has Adam Sandler
It's called
in it.
Oh,
in Israel
was it
make
like
a fuck ton of
Big
money.
Brother, Big
I
Daddy.
don't know, but it
something? I don't
it
know.
has Paul Blart Mall Cop in it.
Yeah, and then it's like this.
Jeff
One of the
watches it?
Sprouse kids is the son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, wait. No, they just get. I think they just get married. They're not gay, but they get
Oh,
married,
it's
so
a
they get.
different movie.
2.5 Men.
That was really.
Sorry, I had to yell in there.
Dude, what is half a man?
Jesus Christ.
You.
Bro.
Yeah, I get roasted. Fucking stupid little bitch that I hate.
Okay.
God, every time I come into your house and I'm like, I'm the imposter from Among Us. I'm gonna kill Dane. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Dude, I'm gonna beat up Israel after this
Like
podcast.
I'm just gonna like unhinge at my stomach and just stab you in the neck with my throat, stomach, tongue.
Dude, Israel just needs to get the shit beat out of him.
I think Israel just needs some.
We all need that. We all just
Dude,
need.
Israel,
Bro,
Israel, you do need some pussy, bro.
God knows.
I feel bad.
He
I
knows.
feel bad for the first woman you're with because she's gonna like be sore for like
Yeah.
a long time.
You're not gonna give her any breaks. bro.
You're like,
Like
okay.
she's gonna be like, "Hey, we need to break up," not because like you're a bad guy or anything. It's just that we've had sex 7 times.
In the last hour.
Yeah.
You're like, but babe.
And you haven't come once.
Fuck. That's like, I was listening to the David Show podcast with Joe Rogan, and he was talking about how kids our age, like, can't get hard.
Yeah.
Because, like, we're just always surrounded by, like, porn.
Yeah.
And we've been around it.
You start off with anal and you're like, where do you
Bro.
go from here?
I don't even fit into that at all. I have never once not been able to get it up.
Damn. That's
I
crazy.
have.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's so sad.
For, like, an external reason, or just, like, legitimately, like, you had no idea why?
Just no idea why.
Huh.
Crazy.
Libido is weird.
I read this Reddit thing where this guy was like, yeah, I was having like a foursome with my wife and then my buddy and his wife, and I just couldn't get it up. So my buddy was like, hey, there's this thing that's even harder than Viagra that you inject straight into the shaft of your penis. And he was like, okay, I'll do that. So he did it 3 times and he still couldn't get hard. And he's like, I'm sorry, guys. So they had to like finish early and they were going home. And then he got hard, and then he was hard for 6 hours straight. And then he was like, I literally, like, it won't go down. So he started to go for a run. And while he was running, like, 3 dogs started chasing him. And he's like, this is literally the worst day of my life. And he went to the hospital and they were like, there's massive blood clots in your penis. If you would have come an hour later, we would have had to cut it off.
Oh, my God.
Fuck, dude.
Oh, that's awesome.
I really
Yeah.
want to do Viagra for a meme, but at the same time,
You have to get it prescribed.
Oh,
to
okay,
it.
okay.
Let's go to Mexico.
yeah, Tijuana.
But you can get boner meds at like a gas
Yeah,
station.
you can get Rhino.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know if those are like FDA approved.
Yeah.
I've heard people taking those and they were like, I didn't get hard and I just got a really bad headache. So
I think we should all take one, and whoever gets the first boner loses.
apparently Viagra helps with acclimation. It's just
What does
one of
that
those-
mean?
Like if you go like really high up where there's less oxygen, you can
That's
breathe.
very interesting.
Have you ever been like,
Oh.
dude?
Dude, I wanna,
backpacking
like,
in the Sierras sucks.
Take
if
some
you don't have
Viagra so all the blood is forced into my cock, and then I can just go to sleep because there's no blood in my brain.
oh, okay.
My
You
God.
have to have a big penis.
Yeah, I've been at high elevation, but not too high where
What
I've
if there
been.
was Viagra, but for your ass?
I've,
All the blood goes to your ass cheek.
Dude,
Was
can we
it
go to Diamond
13
Adult
or
World after
14,000?
this?
I don't. Nah.
Come on, Dan.
I don't really
I
want
could
to.
I don't have any
probably,
money.
Not in the right mood.
Come on, let's go get a.
Look, I
not
do. No, I do want to go and look and see, and
But-
check in, look and see, and having fun.
Don't you want to get the butt pills to make your butthole loose?
Do they sell those there?
Yeah.
Dang.
Ty, can we take those
Is that FDA approved?
in our dorm room the first night?
Yeah, we'll probably.
Oh yeah,
all over each
that's
other.
what we were gonna do. We were gonna do the
No,
brownies.
dude, we
with the-
wrestle. Dude, okay, here's what we do. You take
You wrestle?
Yeah, you take 5 of those and then you start wrestling, and whoever shits first loses.
What you gotta do?
Yeah.
is eat an insane amount of meat, so you get the meat sweats too. Dude, and your stomach is already like doing somersaults, and then you take 5.
Oh,
So your stomach is already like high metabolism.
then you start
trying to
running.
break down and then you go for a little jog, and then you come back and wrestle, grease yourselves up.
dude, we won't need the grease because we'll be sweating so much.
Yeah,
Ugh. Jesus.
that'd be so awesome.
That'd be awesome. Can we do that?
That'd be such an awesome like.
please?
You should make that into a TikTok
Dude, I'd
trend.
rather-
Like, haha, pooping on each other, wrestle TikTok trend, butthole loose.
Dane, I'm gonna stop you right there.
What?
It really just sounds like you want to see children get shit all over themselves.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
And
That's
that-
not what I want to see. But you did point out a.
Ty will just be
good
in like
point.
side control. The camera zooms in on his naked butthole, and then you just see the camera get covered in shit as it project. And then there's a slow mo replay with some heavy rock. And
Yeah, you hand like $100,000 to the ESPN announcer, and you're like, we need you to do something for
we
me.
need you to help a brother out.
Help a brother out.
Dude, I'd rather smoke fucking meth than do
I
that.
thought you were gonna say smoke mids, and I was like, you already
I'd
do
rather
that.
smoke mids than that. Yeah, you already smoke mids.
I don't smoke.
I don't smoke mid. I think there's a Super Mega. Oh yeah, Super Mega released a new live action
Yeah,
video
with
Too
Too
Mad.
That motherfucker.
What are you doing, Israel?
Just getting a little comfortable.
This dude.
Just like my mic
You're
is
gonna
doing
knock
this
over
thing.
one of the bottles.
No, shut up.
Okay.
My mic is doing this thing where it just keeps like falling out of its like cock holster.
Cockles.
So I'm just gonna hold it like this so I can lay down.
Sleepy
These shock
boy.
mounts do nothing anymore. By
I'm
the
not
way.
sleepy. I'm
Yeah.
just so fucking lazy. I don't want to like
Yeah,
support my head
they
on my
kind of
neck.
just like disintegrated.
Yeah.
They were like Tom Holland in Infinity War.
You
Dude,
just said
spoilers.
Spider-Man. What?
Who's Tom Holland?
Some guy with no upper
The guy
lip.
who plays Tom,
Rosebud is a sleigh.
The guy who plays Tom Holland.
The guy Spider-Man is the guy who plays Tom Holland.
It's Spider-Man.
Just say all the spoilers to every movie.
Yeah, it's just name
Okay.
spoilers.
Rengoku from Demon Slayer dies in the Demon Slayer movie.
I don't know who that is.
Like I don't even
know who that
fucking
is.
care about
I'm
that.
gonna tell Dylan to listen to this, and he's gonna be so mad. I told Dylan, I was like, I'm gonna spoil the movie for you, then I'm gonna watch it, and then I'm gonna like see your reaction.
Jesus, you're evil.
I know.
Do you like inflicting pain?
I like being a super villain.
That's fun.
So is that a
Not
yes?
super or villain though.
Once everyone's super,
Nobody is.
that's actually a cool line.
We're the boys.
Yeah, no.
Boys.
The first Incredibles is baller.
It's like my brother's brother-in-law
Okay,
who's like
that's you.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah, because you're like married to your brother's sister.
no. What? I know. Anyway,
No, yeah. Your husband's wife.
yeah, my husband's wife.
The next level of yuck.
Yeah,
My wife's husband
my wife's husband
lets me play on my Switch.
Switch.
And when I'm a good boy, he lets me get a McFlurry.
It's so fucking hot in here.
It is hot in
Take
here.
off your beanie.
I'm actually kind of, chilling out right now.
I'm sitting next to a blanket, so.
Now that I'm like full zen,
Anyways, my brother's brother-in-law, who like studied film and makes movies.
this is you.
It's not me. He's cool though.
Anyway,
But he said that Incredibles is like in his top 5 favorite movies, and he considers it to be like one of the
Okay,
few
what is-
perfect
like,
movies in the world.
He's a kid or something.
No, he's like almost 30.
So
so he's like 5.
why does he like a kids movie?
Why do you
he
like
like
kid
SpongeBob?
shows? You watch Demon Slayer.
Does he like SpongeBob?
Dude,
Dane, does he like SpongeBob?
Yeah, he likes SpongeBob.
He's like definitely like
yeah, what a
7.
little kid.
I know.
He definitely watches Kid Nick.
Your brother's sister-in-law.
He definitely remembers Jake Paul on Disney
Creep.
Channel. He remembers Logan Paul on Ant
Who
Farm.
the fuck is Jake Paul?
Would you have sex with Logan Paul?
Yeah.
No,
What about Jake Paul?
No.
What about Tana Montague?
no,
Yeah.
Yes.
no.
She's not even hot.
99 out of
Ow.
100 times when people call some internet e-girl hot, I can't.
Can't even.
I can't even see it.
Like, what's some examples besides Belle Delphine?
What's her fucking
Pokimane.
name? Pokimane.
She's not really.
I know. I don't get what the fucking hustle.
She's not like unattractive, but it's like she's just a woman.
She's just a person.
She's not even.
yeah, and that's the problem. I hate women.
She's not even an e-girl. She's just a Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
Is that why you want a woman that's taller than you because she low-key reminds you of a man?
No. I want a woman who's taller than me because you're. That's so bad.
Are you gonna like? Are you just gonna show up to the volleyball games at your school?
No. Why the fuck would I do that? I can just go watch porn.
Yeah. No, look.
And then, no,
anime guy.
I went to a water polo. Look, I went to a girls' water polo tournament and changed my life, but I wouldn't ever go back because I went to support a friend.
and you
Like,
were,
I'm not gonna go back just to creep out. Although it was like, wow, this is amazing. At the same
like you
They're
love
like,
the sport.
that's Israel, the guy who's like always shirtless. Why is he here?
We know. Does he know that?
Why
We know
is
he's
he
jacking
always-
off. Like we know what he's doing. Then
We know he's naked at work.
We know he's.
Remember
yeah.
that thing in the David? We talk about this so much, but the David Show podcast
No,
episode.
you talk about
but,
this. So
no,
much.
Nate does too.
I talked about it once, but yes.
You've talked about it off the podcast too. But the dude who goes to the strip, he gets like nylon track pants, and he literally gets like 1,200 grit sandpaper, super fine sandpaper, and sands down the front of it, where literally you can hold it up to light and see through it. And then he goes to the strip club in that.
And then he puts lube on his dick.
Yeah, and then he puts like lube and a condom on his dick. So it's like he calls them like what shooter pants or
Yeah,
something.
Shooters.
I'm so
Yeah.
confused.
So like when they grind on him, he can feel even more, and he can
Oh,
bust.
Oh fuck.
That sounds so uncomfortable to like come in your pants.
That sounds like
We had a condom.
that
Yeah,
sounds.
yeah, yeah.
Oh.
That sounds
He had like a method.
That sounds like sexual assault.
Oh, it is. Like it's wrong.
No, yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
And then
so-
he put
Y'all
too
wanna go to
much
the
lube on
strip?
one time.
Yeah, he put too much.
And then
lube
this
on.
lady sat on his lap and was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, because his pants were like already wet with like the lube.
Who was this?
One of David Cho's friends.
It was probably David Cho.
It could have
If,
easily been
honestly,
David Cho.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So one of my friends totally raped this girl.
Yeah, that's like because they're naked when they're grinding on you.
I don't think they're
No,
nude,
they're
but they're
wearing,
wearing
like,
like
They
a
can be.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never been to a strip club.
You guys want to go to Vegas?
Dude,
Yeah.
Spearmint Rhino in Santa Barbara. I'm gonna be like, it's close.
I
Oh
can't-
no, there's one even closer.
I can't wait for Dane to become a pimp.
It's gonna be so.
He's gonna
awesome.
start pimping out women at UCSB. All the
going to
film
the
major
strip
women. He's gonna be like, hey, baby,
Hey,
like,
baby, want to be in my film?
want to be in my film? Psych, you're doing porn, getting naked
Dan, what
right
if
now.
you found your way into the porn industry?
He would make so much
Would
money.
Not
you
as a porn star, just like
as like
The
a?
real money in porn is being behind the camera.
Yeah.
Would you
Is
do it?
Really?
Would you do it, Dane?
I hear that
you
shit
film
all the
porn?
time.
I'd be too uncomfortable.
what if you Dan
It's because
becomes
he's a
porn
religious
director?
man.
Dude, Dan, I could totally see you as a porn director.
I'd make the best porno ever.
You just have to.
I'd make
you
it
would
so
have to
sultry.
shave. You have to shave your mustache. You just have the chin.
Do you want to make a live action reenactment of the Fate sex scenes? I'll pay you so much money. I hate that porn so much, but I would love to see a shitty live reenactment of it. Oh, your vulnerable anus.
Is that what they say?
Yeah.
Man, those Japanese are wild.
Dane would get like pissed off at the porn like actors because he'd be like, "Dude, you suck at acting.
yeah, get the fuck
What is
off
this
my-
lighting?
Yeah.
What is this lighting?"
And Boogie Nights when it's
Look at
like
this
the
perfectly
crappiest
lit
thing
asshole.
ever, where it's like the director's like, "This is my greatest work ever," and it's just two people having sex.
Keeps the audience engaged.
There's like a few movies where the actors actually had sex in the sex scene. I can't remember what movie it is.
Apparently,
Amy Schumer and John Cena.
I'd see that.
Wait, seriously?
He accidentally put his dick in.
Hey.
No,
Yo. In the new Fast and Furious movie, Vin Diesel and John Cena are brothers.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
John Cena's like, Vin, you always told everyone that you can't abandon family,
It's
but
always
you
about
abandoned
family.
me. And now your family's in my world now.
That's so awesome.
I'm gonna rape their ass.
And then I think
Oh.
John Cena is also in the new Suicide Squad movie.
Really?
Oh,
And he's
yeah.
like, he's called the Peacemaker, and he's like, I fucking love peace. I don't care how many women and children I have to kill to get it.
It's so awesome. John
Wait.
Cena is like a legitimate
James
funny
Gunn
actor.
is directing the new Suicide.
I know it says
Guardians of the
like
Galaxy.
from the deplorable mind of James Gunn or something, and I'm just like, shut the fuck up. I don't care.
I'm gonna go see it.
It's gonna. I think it'll be good.
I think it'll at least be better than the first one.
I
Yeah.
think.
Oh, for sure.
Therefore,
I haven't even seen that, and I know it.
Yeah, I haven't either. I just know they just like needle drop songs constantly in that movie where it's like 4 seconds of Bohemian Rhapsody and people just go nuts. They say, "Whoa, this is the greatest movie ever." Shut up.
I hate Bohemian Rhapsody.
I don't think it's a bad song. I'm just over it.
I feel like it's overplayed and
You wanna go
overhyped.
take a nap there, bud?
You haven't even.
Ty is shut down. His ADHD kicked in.
I felt there were like 3 different topics. Anyways, and then,
Oh God!
thanks
damn
for
it.
listening to episode.
My ass is gonna fart.
Okay. Thanks for listening to episode 40 of the
pussy's
CTTV
gonna fart.
podcast.
It's called a queef, actually.
Yeah.
My asshole queefs.
Okay.
My asshole.
My
keeps when I-
penis.
All right, goodbye.
Queef.
Anybody else have anything?
This is a real. Did I dig? No. Did I dig? No.
Like, oh, real